Welcome to the check-in, y'all.
Welcome to the check-in.
Of course, we gotta tell you guys, we be cussing sometimes. So, you know what? Just mind your earballs and do what you gotta do. Go about your business.
And remember, we are not mental health professionals at all. Just two people that went to therapy and trying to figure life out. So, if you need a mental health professional,
what I do?
text 741. Text home.
Home?
Yes.
HOME?
HOME to that number.
Right.
Yeah.
Boom.
There you go.
Let's get into this content.
Professional.
Woo.
Get that look.
This song is wild.
Why? I think it is
We need to release an album, honestly.
a comedy album, yes.
With Don't Let Your Mental illness get you fucked up.
Don't let your
And we still didn't, turn twerking into
I'm gonna twerk that ass and no one's gonna stop.
that ass and nobody gonna stop me. Twerk that ass and nobody gonna stop me.
The check-in twins with the hits.
I'm a twerk for my merch. Y'all want merch? Y'all didn't tell us y'all wanted merch.
Twerk for the merch. Twerk for the merch.
They just
Twerk
don't
for the
know.
merch. Twerk for the merch.
They just don't know that they do.
Twerk for the box. Twerk for the...
They twerk for the box?
Yep.
Twerk for the socks. Twerk for the box.
Like, if a man twerked to get the box, I would be very impressed. I'm like, wow, you will stop at nothing.
Wall twerks.
Yep.
Put your feet up on the wall if you really want that box.
There might be certain boxes I'd be willing to twerk for.
See, that's a good indicator. Indicator. It's a good indicator.
What are we talking about? And are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, what's up, yo?
Okay.
So, friend, how you doing? You okay?
I don't know how I'm doing. I'm just really emotional because at first I wanted violence, and now I'm just kind of like, wow.
You've been pacified?
Yes. Like you putting something in my mouth and I'm just sucking on it, and I'm like, a pacifier, guys.
Oh.
A pacifier? No, it's a.
What did I put in there?
A pacifier.
Oh.
You literally just said you feel pacified. So a pacifier is what I'm talking. Like, I feel like y'all shut me up because I'm sucking on this pacifier.
Okay, all right.
Y'all nasty.
That's not how the word pacified works.
Well,
So. Okay.
Well,
we got you.
I mean, I'm sure in the synonyms, in the antonyms, in
cinnamons,
in the cinematography, it does work that way. And
yo, I did not put nothing in her mouth. I didn't put nothing in her mouth.
You
okay,
did.
That would be non-consensual.
You put a lot of yelling, a lot of screaming, a lot of harsh terminology.
I didn't even yell or scream, so I don't know what you're talking about.
So we're lying today.
All right, thanks for asking me about myself.
How
I'm doing
are you?
great. I'm doing so good. Thanks.
Anytime.
I'm finna go party tonight, you know what I'm saying? Party. Let's all get wasted.
I'm sorry to hear
Checking
that.
for you. Baby girl, do it butt naked.
Are you going to be okay with all those people?
Probably not. But I am prepared to lift home at any time. Keep the motherfucking thing on me. And it's money.
Make sure.
It's money to go home.
Make sure your phone is charged.
Ma'am. It will be charged to the gods.
If you're so scared, why go?
Sometimes you do crazy things when you're in love. I watched Hercules, and that's what they say.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow. That was a hearty little laugh.
Fun.
Hilarious. Okay, let's get into this episode.
All right, y'all. So today we're talking about something very near and dear to our hearts that we actually haven't talked about on this podcast ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Like never?
I think we may have mentioned it for a few minutes, but not really gotten into the weeds of hey, how do y'all handle when your friend and or family member has a mental illness? And there are, several ways to look at that, because you do have, they have a mental illness and they're getting treated, which is probably the easiest to deal with. And then they have a mental illness and they're not being treated, which is probably the most common. So
Very much the most common. It's just like, oh yeah, I got problems. What do you do about that?
See, even the admission of problems is kind of nice because someone will be like, "Ain't nothing wrong with me." Huh?
Yes.
Why are you yelling?
Okay, yeah.
There's the first problem. I think something is very wrong.
Yes, there's definitely, it's on the spectrum, much like everything. There are people that are just like, no, I'm perfect. There's nothing wrong with me. And then you get to know them and you're just like,
there's a lot wrong. Like, especially when you've been to therapy and you can just literally like, oh, you gaslighting yourself. Oh, classic narcissist. All right. That is definitely anxiety.
But
that's high levels of anxiety.
I don't want to diagnose people. I don't want to be out here.
Oh, no, that's like, only in your head. When you just start seeing, you're like, yup, check. You got a lot of checks. You got your check engine light is on, baby. You need to go get that fixed.
You are failing this questionnaire.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what do you do when your friends or family member are suffering from, well, one, when they're on that spectrum of either full denial, acceptance, but not doing anything, or actively getting help?
So I'll start with the easiest one, which was the last thing you said. So if they have issues and they're actually going to get help, that's a lot easier for me to like be there and supportive of them through their journey, because, you know, we've both been on that journey of going to get either, you know, prescriptions and working with psychiatrists or working with a psychologist or, you know, navigating the healthcare system. Like, it's a lot. Yeah. So, I mean, like, we have a lot of personal experience, and in that sense, you know, I think we can offer like, hey, I don't think this is right. Like, I told you, my bestie, whose person was like, oh, yeah. So, and if y'all, you know, listen to our, hey, we're back, like we never left. I mentioned that one of my best friends has breast cancer, and her doctor wanted to put her on antidepressants because you have cancer, you're going to be depressed anyway, so why wait?
Oh, God.
So I explained to my best friend after, you know, I said some things that were very violent in nature, but we're not going to get into that.
The violence is in you too.
Oh, yeah. I'm a villain. I'm a true villain. I'm true to this, not new to this. But anywho, we're not talking about that. So I told her, you know, absolutely not. Mm-hmm. And like you said, you can't treat depression before it happens. This is not how it works.
Yeah, it's really...
It's like, oh, let me treat for a broken leg before I get my broken leg. No, that doesn't... You can't do that.
I mean, I guess you could take calcium supplements.
What you gonna do for your brain? Nothing. If your brain gonna break, it's gonna break. You can't do nothing about that. So I, you know, obviously advised her. I was like, you know, I would not, if that was, you know, my body, my choice, you know, I would not take something that I don't need to take.
Right.
Especially, I mean, and I will give the doctor that I think if he really believes that depression would happen, that it's better for those medications to be in her system. So when it actually does happen, she's being treated, because, you know, antidepressants take a while to kick in.
It needs to happen though.
I agree. So that's as far as I could give the doctor, as going, okay, maybe he's like, you know, get a head start on it. So when it kicks in, you're ready and you're treated. But other than that, it doesn't.
Doctor, were they working from home and cheating?
I don't know. I don't even think it's a real doctor, honestly. But that's that. So with somebody who has, even in this case, you know, where I think my best friend doesn't have, you know, depression or anything, but is actually considering and trying to be open-minded and do things that are best for her health. Absolutely. You know, I'm here for you. I will do the research. I will talk with you about it. If you decide you want to do something that I don't agree with, you know, we in here for the journey, and I hope that it works out well. And if it doesn't, hopefully we'll be able to call a spade and move on. But so people who get the problems and they don't do anything, I stop interacting with them.
Really?
Yes. You're not going to tell me that you know you have an issue and you're refusing to get help. That makes no sense to me. I'm an empath. I care deeply for people, especially if you feel, comfortable enough with me to tell me like, hey, I feel like I have depression, or I feel like I have BPD, or, I'm anxious all the time and I'm scared and I have panic attacks. Okay. My brain is already in like, what can we do mode? Like, I want to help you get help.
Yes.
You can't help somebody get help when they don't want help. So if, it's different if it's like, oh, I got medical coverage, or, even then there are some programs, there is some kind of help we can get you. It's probably not the best, but it's something rather than just being out here raw dogging life when you have problems. But no, if that person is expressing that they know they have an issue and are just committed to not doing anything about it, goodbye. I do not want to help you because you won't accept my help. And I don't want to see somebody spiral. I've seen that for myself. So, being in the driver's seat and watching it, I don't want to be in the passenger seat and watch it. I'm good. I'm good off that. So, and I've had enough, people in my life who knew that there was something wrong, didn't go get help because they didn't, they either didn't want to be labeled crazy or they didn't want somebody telling them that something was wrong with them. And that's something you got to figure out on your own. Like, if that's your journey, just getting over that hump of, hey, something's wrong. Because I know for myself, the first time I said I had depression out loud to a psychiatrist and a psychologist, I broke down in tears. Like, it's hard to have that like
first session, man.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Everything. So like, yeah, it's hard to look at yourself in the mirror and go like, I am not well. And I have something that generally society does not take seriously. It sucks. But you got to do that if you want help, if you don't want to always feel like you're out here by yourself, you got to go get help.
I have a little bit more grace, friend. And you know this because I am a
not a supervillain.
Shh. Oh. I'm not a supervillain. I would like to be a semi-villain, but, nobody wants to respect my identity
You're going to be
crisis.
the villain that's like out there selling drugs to make ends meet because you got 10 kids and a mom that's sick and can't work. That's going to be your villain origin story.
Yes. What's wrong with that?
You're not a villain.
You're just going through something.
Yep.
You're not a bad guy. You just have bad circumstances.
Exactly.
Fuck. Anyway, I have a little bit more grace in my heart because I know it's a big first step asking for help. So I don't completely cut off the people that know they have a problem.
You think it's a bigger step asking for help than it is telling somebody that you're like off the rails?
It can be. Okay. Because you have to swallow your pride and accept the fact that like, I don't have my shit together and I don't know how to bring it all together. And, I'm going to need some professional help. And a lot of people really don't get to that point. They'll creep up to that point. They'll flirt with that point. They'll look at that point from across the bridge and be like, hey,
that's the point I know.
That is the point that I need to go to, but I'm afraid of bridges. So, and that's so much more common in my life now. Like, yes, I tell my friends and family about therapy and the benefits, but like only a handful of people actually want to take that dive. And we can say like therapy needs to be more affordable and blah, blah, and yada, yada. Yes. Affordability, accessibility, all the abilities. But at the end of the day, like there are support groups, there are like step groups, there
are options.
There are a lot of free options, and like I think that's a whole other battle that some people just aren't willing to take. And I can't force you to take that battle. Like
I think where my grace kind of
disseminates,
like leaks out the cracks is when you are treating your friend or your family member who is trying to help you as your psychologist or your psychiatrist. That's when I'm just like, it's not cool for you to offload your issues onto somebody constantly when you're not committed to trying to get to a solution. Because like, again, we out here with the brain diabetes, like we got it.
Gang.
So I'm just like, if you know that I get depressed, don't be telling me depressing stuff.
Oh.
You tell me depressing stuff and you want me to help you, but you're not trying to go get help?
Our blood-brain barrier is protected. That shit don't faze me.
Mm-mm.
That's why we make S-word jokes. And people are just like, I'm like this.
I'm like, you guys okay? You didn't think it was funny? Should I tell another one?
Was that off color?
Oopsies.
Like, this shit just doesn't bother me anymore. What bothers me is like triggers and childhood trauma, fathers. But like, other than that, I pick my battles.
You're nicer than I.
I know.
Nicer than
I know. Okay, but what about those people that don't even acknowledge that they have a problem? I think those are the funniest people to be around. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, oh, you think you perfect? Okay.
So I have more grace for those people because because they don't know. Like, you're literally out here not knowing. So I can't be mad at you if you don't know.
So I'm the opposite. I have less grace for those people.
So I have quite a few people where like they be talking and telling me stuff and the way they behave, I could literally go down like every mental illness that I know and be like, you got that one, you got that one, you got that one, you got yes.
Oh shit.
And I'm just like, wow. And so I ask questions like, so how are you dealing with all that? Like, how do you like, relax after all that? I'll just have a beer. So like you never like feel like you gotta talk it out or anything? Nah, I'm good.
See, that bothers me.
But it's funny to me because I'm just like, wow, you are just so oblivious to your own mental health struggle that
Yeah, but if you're living in your own little world, I can't take you seriously.
And I can't help you. So that's why I feel like I can just exist in your world as a audience member because I'm just like, you have crafted this entire space for you where nothing is wrong. And if it's wrong, nothing is your fault. So there's no way I can penetrate your echo chamber to get you to understand like, no, nothing's wrong with you, but there are some things that, you might be able to get help with. If you're feeling that you're having, unchecked fits of rage when somebody challenges your feelings, you might need to get that looked at.
No, I'm
but
fine.
you can't tell somebody that who's not willing to acknowledge it. Like at least the person who acknowledges it and says no, I'm like, okay, you're just being a brat. This other person, they're just being a 2-year-old that has no conception of the fact that if I run and skip my knee, like something's wrong.
I would say, so I'll say a nickname, Charles. Charles definitely was one of those people that like didn't know, but then I told them and he was like, I never even thought about it like that. I never even knew I was like that. And I was like, you've been like that for 15 years. You haven't changed. Grow up. So that's why I'm saying like those people that can't even acknowledge, I'm just like,
they can't see it.
But what's wrong with you?
Like you
can't eyeballs.
You can't yell at a blind person because they can't see.
That's different.
It's a deficiency. It's an inability to see yourself in a big picture. So like I think that's why I have more grace because I don't think 9 out of 10 that person is purposefully ignoring these signs. Because if you're ignoring it, then you're admitting that there's an issue. Okay. They literally just don't see it. And so it's just like, yeah, I'm sorry that you can't notice that you have an issues here.
Okay, but in that example of Charles, right? And Charles couldn't see the type of person that he was, you would offer that him, specifically, grace.
If he's just coming to the realization, yes.
Okay.
But now that he has that information, I'm expecting there to be some work going towards, okay, now I know. Like, I didn't know before that. It's like people who didn't, know the right terminology and stuff for, like, LGBTQ plus people. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get, my brain needs food. But, like, you might get checked by somebody who's like, no, that's not my pronoun, or no, that's not a proper thing to say. And you just go, oh, I didn't know. And you learn and you adjust.
Okay.
So if you are committed to learning, okay, all right, I have an issue with depression. All right, well, what are we doing from here? Like, I'm not expecting you to go through the whole 9 the next day, but with you knowing that there's something impacting you that you weren't aware of before, that can really, mental health issues can destroy your relationships. It can destroy everything about your life that's good. If you're just sitting in it, now that you know the information, now I don't care for you anymore, because I'm like, you have the power to make your life better and you're choosing not to. Okay. Versus a person who thinks my life is great right now. I'm just existing.
But that comes with a level of arrogance that I'm just like, you really think you're out here you're perfect? You think you're perfect?
You gotta look at them like they're a little child. Some of them are 50-year-old men. Some of them are 32-year-old women.
Yes.
You have to look at them mentally from where they are. Like, and there are some people I know that have about as much emotional intelligence as a potato chip. And they can't even use that emotional intelligence to look at themselves.
Is it a spicy chip at least?
No. And it's one of the ones that broke at the bottom. So it's not even a good chip. It's not even a whole chip. You know, it's one of them crumbly ones with no salt on it. Anyway, I don't know. I can't make myself be upset with somebody who doesn't have the ability to see themselves from an outside point of view. Because
you got to step outside yourself.
We ended up in therapy and getting our help because we had good support systems, and two, we were able to recognize like something is wrong with me, and I know this is not normal. Like, I've been pretending like it's normal for a little bit because I thought it was gonna go away, but no, something is wrong.
Like, everything I'm doing is not working.
Yeah, so. I am always sad, and I always not want to wake up. Like, something's not quite right.
Let's tune into that.
When you gotta like Google, like, is it normal for you to want to go to sleep all the time and not wake up? No. Is it normal for you to think about death a lot? Is it normal for you to want to like crash your car while you drive it?
No.
What is not. It's just me.
That's just a me thing.
Okay. Something's wrong.
Okay. So the people that can acknowledge and, they're flirting with the bridge of help. How do you navigate that? Like, how do you say, hey, I'm going to stop rocking with you until you smell? Or do you like say that in a roundabout way? Like, do you just add some distance? Are your boundaries a little bit more strict with them? Like,
yeah, it's not like an announcement. I just do it. So
you just do what?
Not show up anymore. Yeah. I don't announce it because I don't want to be argued with. I don't. Like, my decision to leave you alone because you don't want to get help is for me. This is not for you. This is not me going like, I'm going to punish you by not hanging out so that you go get help. No, this is to protect me.
Okay.
So, as malicious as it may seem, it's not. I have to protect my peace. If I know that I'm susceptible to, emotionally bonding with somebody who's been through or is going through something I've been through, and they don't want help, I'm going to relive all of my experiences, and then I'm going to spiral. So it's literally like, no, I can't be this person for you. And for people who can do that, I have all the respect in the world. Like, I want to say, like, I give people their flowers. Honey Muffin, he was amazing with my mental health, and he met me in the middle of the worst part of it. Before I had treatment, before I was getting going to therapy, like he really was in the thick of it. And he managed it really, really well. Now, granted, I wasn't somebody who wasn't looking for help, but you do have those moments where you're just like, oh, my therapist forgot we had an appointment today, and
this is my sign to stop.
I don't even want help anymore.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do need that person to be like, I understand you feel that way. What do you want to do tonight? We can watch a movie. You want to punish yourself by not eating? Okay. let's just have some water tonight and we'll watch some anime. And that's what we'll do. And then by the next day, I'm just like, cool. I didn't have anybody like pushing me to go like, oh, don't do that, because everybody's journey is different.
Yeah. Some
people have a really, like, I don't like my time being wasted. That's a red flag whether I'm mentally healthy or not. Like, if we have an appointment and I done woke my ass up and I'm the only one there, I'm going to be mad regardless. Regardless. But, you know, some people recognize like, okay, she just need to blow off steam for a little bit and she'll be all right. She'll continue to do things that are helping her. But not everybody's like that. Some people really need somebody to be up under them the entire time going, you can do this. Like, you know, don't give up. Yeah, I know therapy doesn't feel like it's working right now, but maybe you just need another therapist. Like, it's work. It is work.
It is work.
And some people need someone pushing them the entire time. And I'm not that person.
I'm the pusher.
I can't.
I am the pusher.
You're the reason why I got a therapist.
Yeah, like, but I don't even call it pushes. I just call it love nudges. Like, I really care about you, and I really like don't want to see you suffering anymore.
I was finna be done. You know, like,
so I was gonna provide options. Just in case.
So you could be at my funeral going, I tried to help this bitch.
Yes, I literally would stand up there and be like, listen, all y'all niggas, y'all can feel guilty. I did my part. I tried to help this bitch. Like,
I have to haunt you because then everybody gonna know that I said no to help. My mom gonna be like, she did what? She didn't want to. Now I gotta haunt you. You have to say that shit up there.
Fuck. I'm just like, I did it because I love you, bitch.
I love you too. Oogity boogity, bitch.
No, I can stick around and give love nudges. Not too much, because again, I think it's like a pride thing. Like, you really have to be very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like, you can acknowledge you have a problem, but you also need to acknowledge that you can't solve every problem by yourself. And I'm not going to make you come to that realization. You have to come to that on your own. But I have no problem with offering people solutions, options, and recommendations. But if you out here thinking you flawless, baby, I can't help you.
They don't need help because they flawless. Wake up, flawless. Well, I just go over there for which is probably wrong, so I'll take the L on this one. But I just be talking to them people for sheer entertainment. I'd be like,
am weak. No.
You said what? And they did what? And it wasn't your fault? And they fired you for what? Because you threw a chair. Oh my God. Like, everybody throw a chair every once in a while. Like, I just be having...
That's not okay.
It's not.
I mean...
But I do ask, I do ask the right questions. Did you feel like throwing the chair was going to get the...
The point across?
Yes.
Did you feel like you weren't going to lose your job in that moment?
I mean, like, was it worth it to throw that chair?
You really felt justified in that moment to throw that chair?
Do you often feel like you want to throw chairs? Like, I do ask questions. Because sometimes if you ask the right questions, they'll put some dots together, but...
I love those moments. I love those moments. I'm just like, do you see what I'm trying to say now?
I love the moments when they don't, because it's just the commitment. I was just like, wow, I wish my imagination was this good, because it's not.
You no goddamn sense.
I'm just like, wow. And and it's their fault because they got hit by the chair. You're right. They should have moved.
Shit.
They saw the chair coming to their face. They should have moved out the way.
I cannot even mess with those types of people because I'm just like, ooh. See, that to me is energy draining. Those conversations with those types of people.
There's no input from me. I'm just asking questions to get the story.
Just sheer entertainment.
Like, you need help? I really gotta buckle. Okay, all right, do you think therapy is going to help you? You don't want to talk to somebody else about your issues. Okay, that's going to make this really hard. Okay, maybe we can journal it. I got to really pull my brain for some solutions.
For some tools.
For the person who don't realize it, I just get to be there. I just get to be there and exist. It's like going to the amusement park. And yes, I'd like to get on the Tower of Terror. Can I get some funnel cake?
Oh, shit.
This is very entertaining. I think mostly because I cannot fathom being that unaware of myself.
That shit like blasts my anxiety. I cannot be around that type of energy.
Okay, fair.
It makes me feel like there's a two-part to it. First, it makes me feel weird because I'm looking at you like I do have the moments where I'm just like, am I better than this person? Like, I don't want to ever.
No.
I don't want to have that thought in my brain. Like, I don't want to be out here being a supremacist. Like, I understand that everybody has their journey, and I can
know your worth. You gotta
know your worth, know yourself.
You gotta know. You gotta know what crew you supposed to be with and which ones you not supposed to be with, and that's the crew that I'm not supposed to be with.
Exactly, but even for entertainment purposes, I can't even rock with you. Like, I'm just like, oh, you think that you're perfect and made in God's image, and you came from the gas of Jesus's asshole. Like, you just are
blameless,
pure, innocent, sinless soul.
Yeah.
You are perfection. I can't rock with you. I got nothing to say for you. I can't even laugh at you because you disgust me.
Keep a couple wet kiss a bum try to touch me. Ew.
Don't fucking touch me. Like, so I don't want to feel like I don't want to feel like an asshole. Like, when I'm around people like that, I'm just like, okay, I'm having very assholey thoughts. Again, this is to your point of me not being villain, whatever.
No, I mean, we literally have the same feelings. They're just two different groups. Because what you're expressing is how I feel about that middle group. You know something's wrong and you're not. Why are you wasting my time? I'm trying to be your friend, and you out here knowing shit is wrong, and
you disgust me.
Why are you doing this? Why am I here?
Okay, touche. That's fine. So, Timothy, you got a mic set up. I mean, you want to contribute to this conversation or what, dog?
I am still a side character.
Oh, okay. We're going to get you on the next one because you got an interview coming up.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You can do it. It's okay.
You can do it, curly Q.
All right. I don't know how long this episode has been.
Yeah, what's our time?
32 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful.
We're doing so good. Oh my goodness.
My God. Oh, do you have any like current events? Like,
girl, let me
go on the shade room.
Shady.
Yeah.
I love the sound of that.
Honestly, this third mic situation I love. Just leave that here. That's your mic.
That's your mic forever.
That is your mic forever.
It's our move forever. That was your pumpkin. I was like, what the hell just flew across the... Okay, so... I did want to mention, because we mentioned this on our anniversary episode, that the jury selection for Ahmaud Arbery's case has been ongoing this month. So you're still looking into that. That's a thing. Also, the police officers involved in the murder. What's that beautiful baby name? The one that would play the saxophone for the kittens.
Oh, Elijah McClain.
They've been charged officially. The police officers involved in that. So, I mean, I know these are short-term victories for us because we know that it can go this way and then still get a really stupid conviction or lack thereof. But, hey, yeah, celebrate the small things. Also, them zebras is still out there on the loose.
Really?
And that's just... That makes me happy.
One is dead.
One is dead, yes.
Was it a hunting situation or did they get hit by a car?
No. Also, it was a trap. A trap was set. And the police, last I was reading about it, the police are actually looking for the person who set the trap because it's an illegal trap that they used, which is probably because the zebra died. Probably don't want to use traps to kill it and capture it because that defeats the purpose. But yeah, so one of the zebras is dead, and I believe the person who had the zebras that was running the zoo is also getting charged with something.
Why?
I think he's getting charged with animal cruelty. Something about the way he was running that facility was not proper, which is why them zebras was like, we got to get out of here. We got to go where the black people is at, so we know we safe.
I mean,
they went right back to the heart of Africa.
That is hilarious. PG County is what she's referring to.
He's like, listen, the water is clean. There's brown people leaving me alone.
Honestly, PG County. So I have a friend, shout out Mackenzie, Cut Fam. She studies like watershed shit. And she was like, are you familiar with PG County? I was like, yes, girl. Of course. She was like, they have an amazing like water system with the, I don't even know what it's called. But it's like she studies wetlands and filtration systems and all types of things, and PG County is up there apparently.
Hey.
So she was just like, I'm blown away by the work that they do down there, and I'm like, yeah, girl. So the zebras knew what was up. They were just like, oh yeah,
we need to go where we can live and thrive. PG County.
Honestly, PG County tap water is better than any tap water in Maryland.
Honestly, I might need to go to PG too.
Listen,
we too close to Brooklyn.
We are.
Yep. Just sandwiched right between Brooklyn and Medina.
Baltimore. Oh, Brooklyn, Dina, and Baltimore.
And Severna Park.
I mean, honestly, I think it adds a little Jenny Says Quoi to our humor, our personalities, our tolerance. I like it. Like when I hear fireworks, I just assume that that's Brooklyn Park. You assume they're fireworks?
I said what I said.
I assume that they're not.
I'm on the board, so I can't really be saying no.
I just get on the floor and watch TV. I don't really do nothing about it. But current events for me, you know,
just for me.
I don't really have any. I know that the vaccine is really a hot topic.
Vaccinating?
Yeah, vaccinating is really a hot topic right now. And, you know, I don't care anymore. I'm going to get my booster in December.
I ain't got none, so.
You are eligible, but that's okay.
No, I've been reading the things that Kaiser's putting out. They do not recommend that if you had Janssen to get the booster from Pfizer or Moderna.
Really?
Yeah.
NPR says Kaiser might be, they probably don't want to pay for it. That's probably... Okay.
I got the limited edition. I'm gonna live forever.
You really did. You got your DNA changed.
Yeah.
So
I ain't never gonna get sick.
Listen, I just stay safe out there, you know.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands still. Like, I know we're all out and about more, but people are still nasty, especially children. So if you are around nasty people, I myself have seen grown women go to the bathrooms in the parks and leave without washing their hands. And it's just like, that's disgusting. Whether or not we are in a Panasonic, that is nasty. So just take care of yourself so you don't spread shit to your family, you know, around the holidays. Your great granny got the immune system of an acorn. And, you know, you just have to be conscious and don't be a piece of shit. Like, I know I want to be a villain, but at the end of the day, I'm not a villain. I truly believe that we don't have to actively be pieces of shit to get through our day. It's fun. I understand the appeal.
Yeah.
But don't be a dickhead. And so whether or not you want to get vaccinated, that's on you. That's your personal ministry and your problem. And you got to deal with whatever bullshit that may come with. I'm only saying that because I don't get the flu shot. Sue me. Shoot me.
I do appreciate, though, when I go to the doctor and I have a black nurse.
Yeah.
Because when they ask you, hey, you looks like you need the flu shot. Do you want to get that done today? No. And that's the end of this.
That's the end of the conversation.
When it's usually like not a black nurse.
It's like, are you sure you don't want to get your flu vaccine?
This would be really good for you. You need to stay healthy.
I'm okay. Thank you. I'm allergic. Like, legitimately.
I didn't know we had to go to court to decide whether I was getting a flu shot or not because I already said no.
I have a legitimate health exemption from a vaccine.
There's nothing you could say that's going to change my no to a yes. Exactly. I've already thought about it before.
And I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue with you. So that's why the vaccine debates, like, I'm not out here spreading false information at all. I just know I'm vaccinated because I'm more afraid of that little COVID bitch than I am of a shot.
I got it because I don't know. It seemed like the thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's it. That's the end of the period.
And really, like, I could have died. And I didn't.
You really could have. I was really scared about your side effects.
I was really wondering why everybody was texting me the next day. Like,
because after you got your shot,
careful.
Johnson & Johnson got pulled from the shot.
I was asleep the whole next day. I didn't even notice that till 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, oh, this is what everybody telling me to go to the doctor if something's wrong.
Yes.
Because I might die. I might die. Okay. I get it now. All right. Cool. Ride for me if I die.
Oh my God.
But I survived, y'all, so it's fine.
You did.
It just made me super hungry one night, and then that was it. And I had a fever.
You had a fever and you didn't know, and that was it. Me, I had a fever. I did know, but I also ate an edible, and I thought I was dying. I thought I was going to die.
Why would you combine those two things?
Because I wasn't reacting. So I was like, oh, I'm fine. And then...
You were so reckless.
And then...
Oh my gosh, you know what I just realized?
And then I was wrong. What?
I had a dream
Mm-hmm.
that you ate something
Mm-hmm.
that you wasn't supposed to eat.
I kind of did that last night.
And you stabbed yourself with your EpiPen.
Yeah. I can do that. I can stab myself.
I don't know why you say yeah, because I was like, that happened? Because I was really about to get really concerned, but it didn't, and that was just my dream. But yeah, it happened in my dream.
No, I deadass ate something yesterday. I was like, I might react to this. And everybody was looking at me like...
This twin tuition, baby. This twin tuition's something else.
That's what your dream was about. I was literally eating some shit with carrots in it. And I was like, I don't know what this allergy reaction is going to be like, but...
She really just stabbed herself in the thigh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes, that's all you have to do. EpiPen.
That's all you have to do.
Benadryl.
All you have to do.
If it's severe, I might need assistance though, but I can't look to my twin for that, so I'm gonna just die. Talk about me nice.
I'll die with you. I'll die with you.
Bro, I want to make a list of people who aren't allowed to come to my funeral. Actually, no. I want them to come. I want them to come and get all the smoke. Get all the smoke from the tribe.
I don't want a funeral.
You don't?
No.
I want a party.
Just turn me into some dust, plant me with a tree, and let me be.
Can I use a little bit of your dust and put you in a diamond?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I implant the diamond in my forehead?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I love that. I'll always be with you.
Always.
Inside of you.
Right in the middle of my forehead.
Yep. So yeah, I'm totally fine with that. I'm sure I'm gonna make like a good amount of dust. So
I just want a party. I want a party.
I don't know why I keep saying dust. Ashes.
Yeah, it's okay. Dust to dust, ashes to
ashes, dust, dust.
Yes, that's what
ashy
you think.
Dust.
Please don't be ashy dust.
I don't have a choice. Let's try.
I'm gonna spray you with some Garner's Garden hydrolonic.
Yes, thank you. That's my favorite. Don't do that. What if I come back?
I think
the Garner's Garden.
So what we need to do is we need to get sponsored from brands that we actually respect.
Yes.
I'm glad you agree.
Yes.
Okay.
You look like a zombie because your skin is dry? Try some hyaluronic acid oil 4D from Garner's Garden.
It's locally sourced, Maryland, and Black owned.
It's the best moisture you'll ever feel in your skin.
Louis just said, fuck your hand.
I'm sorry that my son is disrespectful. He don't know how to be around people.
Oh, wow. Okay. But that was it for my current events. Vaccines, the mandates are coming. You know, do what you need to do, but also just don't be a dickhead. Like, if you choose not to be a vaccinated person, don't be a dickhead about it.
Yeah,
like,
and don't do that to people who have to. They're not making the rules.
But if you are a vaccinated person, don't be a dickhead about it. Like, I see a lot of my friends, they kind of be assholes.
Why y'all being so stupid? Y'all need to blah, 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 blah.
And it's just like,
relax.
Like,
people gonna do what they do as
my
long as
body,
they're
my
not hurting
choice.
somebody.
You can't be my body, my choice sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Nope. Too far. Too far?
No, I'm just hungry. That's all.
Okay, no, I am too.
I was just hungry.
No, I'm not trying to be canceled or whatever. Like, the pandemic is real, and I respect it, and everybody that lost their lives. And what are you saying?
I said I'd be really upset if our 3 listeners stopped listening to us because we were talking crazy.
Well, it's my dad, and then
could you not do that? Stop it! Get out of here!
Louis,
Get out of here!
Thomas, the game's all there, right?
Yep.
Oh, Theron and Wade, definitely. Avid listeners, Brianna Barker, shout out, gang.
Yeah.
Queen of Delaware.
A queen.
Gabby, out in New Jersey.
Wow.
Why are your friends not listening to us?
Well, Ernest. Shout out to Ernest.
Done. All right.
I got one. Gang's on here. If I could hold on to some relationships, we'd have more listeners, but I think I burned out the last one. That was Avid. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do better. Okay, so anyway, y'all, be kind to yourself.
Be kind to others.
And continue to be that beautiful galaxy that you are.
Continue to be the beautiful galaxy that you are. Be safe out here in these streets.
Yeah.
Love you. Mwah. Nope. Nope. We're not doing that. Oh my god. All right, guys. That is a wrap. Stop it. Stop.
All right, y'all. I have to go feed my belly.
I too.
Goodbye.
Is that a good one? What's the next